start recording. So we're going to look initially here at the Vise detailed drawings from module number 5. So I'm going to go underneath our camera and I'm going to spend some time just kind of going over things that I've been seeing that have been coming up on a regular basis. Okay. Now, number one, as you know, the drawing guides that I gave you and such, they didn't have an isometric view because they were actually AutoCAD drawings. Okay. So I explained that to you guys. And, but you want to make sure that you add an isometric view to each one of your drawings, even if it's not on there. So for instance, on the sliding jaw here. Okay. I don't have the isometric view up here because this was drawn in AutoCAD. So make sure that you put the isometric view up there. Additionally, the drawing guides are here for this one. This one, the Vise screw and the base. There are 3 drawing guides out there. So those are the ones that you can use and you can see exactly where to put the model dimensions, how to set it up. And the only thing that's really in addition here is you want to put in place the isometric view. Okay, so use this as your guide. All right. Some of the things that I've been seeing over in this view, you're going to notice that here are the hidden line views of the 2 like counterboard and tapped holes that are coming up from the bottom. You cannot dimension to this. This is a hidden feature. And you can't dimension to the center lines of a hidden feature. That's why there's a section view over here where these are at. Okay. So make sure that you're abiding by that. Also, I've been seeing the section view in different places. Do it in the way that we see it here. It's just the best way to do it. I'm not, duplicate the guides that you have here. Okay. I realize as well that on the call outs here, for instance, not on this particular part, but well, we'll come upon it on another one. So number one, make sure that you are not dimensioning to any hidden features. Okay. So don't be dimensioning things like this in this view. Trying to think anything else on this one. Isometric view needs to be added. Your cross hatching over here, you want to increase that as needed. You'll need a local section through here so that you can get the distance from the front. And I think that's about it. I think that's about it on this one. Okay. So make sure that you watch the guide. If I give you something like, if I mark it up and I give you feedback in the comments, make sure you're looking at those. Okay. Because then I compare back to my original comments and see if those things were updated. Okay. And the markups. So, take time to look at those. The next one that I have here is the Vise screw. Okay. Something that's quite common is some students are forgetting to put the 3x. So if there's more than one of a feature, you have to put the number of instances in front of here. Additionally, a lot of people are missing the diameter symbol in front of these where they're like a rectangular view of. So make sure that you're putting diameter symbols on. Notice also on this drawing, some of the things are 3 decimal places. Some of them are 2. Make sure that you're abiding by those and you need to match up what's here. Okay. Additionally, I'm not on this one so much, but if you see something with 4 decimal places, you can't use 4 decimal places because there is no title block tolerance here. Okay. So what you need to do is round it to 3 decimal places, or if it's a tolerance, you want to add that as well. Okay. This one looks pretty good. Again, compare it to the guide. It's out there. The next guide that we have and the last one that you have is going to be the base. Okay. Here again, showing the section view, adding an isometric view. Watch each one of the views here. There's a lot of missing dimensions and you've got them. Okay. So there shouldn't be any reason. So make sure that you're double checking your drawings to be sure that you're covering all the bases. Trying to think. I don't think there's a whole lot on here. Oh, also remember in a section view, there are no hidden lines. Remove those from that view. All right. So that's that one. The next one that I have, now this one's done. You guys did not get a guide on this one, but this is the set screw. Okay. Making sure that you're showing the hidden lines properly. We've gone over that a couple times. The cut, now, if you're going to show the cut in this view, then you have to do a local section in the side view to show that depth. Some people have been dimensioning to this hidden line. You can't do that. All right. You cannot dimension to a hidden feature. So make sure that you don't do that. I think for the most part, this one's good. Okay. This one has been getting people as well. Do not dimension to the hidden feature. So over on this side, it'll come in as a hidden feature right here. So you have to make sure that some people have been pointing to that and trying to put a diameter of 1.4. No, that's a hidden feature. So you have to do a local breakout section. Okay. And then you can go through there. And then don't forget to dimension to the edges there as well. All right. Any questions on this one? Make sure that you add an isometric view as well. Collar. Kind of the same thing here. If you don't put a section through here, you can't dimension the depth here to the hidden line view. Okay. But some of you have been putting in that you have a depth here for the slot. So that's okay as well. Make sure that you're calling this out appropriately. You can either do 13/16 or 0.813-20 is totally fine. Actually, the decimal is the more accepted version. Okay. There's that one. The next one is the handle ball. I've had some people ask, do I have to put an isometric view up here? Yeah, actually, I guess sometimes when I look at these spherical parts, it's almost kind of like it looks weird when there's two circular views where it's like, is that right? So yeah, put a little isometric up here, and that really clarifies things, making sure that you're putting the S on here for spherical, which is good. And that one's pretty straightforward. Oh, the other thing I want to remind you, I think it's on this one. Yes. When you see notes, yes, you can say all day long, but that's how it was on the drawing. But I've told you a couple of times now, we do not want to reference tooling, like a drill size, or the manufacturing process, or any assembly notes, okay, on our detailed drawing. The only thing that we want to do is we just want to put in what the size of that through hole is. It doesn't matter if there's going to be a pin going through there. It doesn't matter what size the drill is, because there's a number of different ways that you can achieve this diameter. We are not going to dictate that. So none of these notes here, I've been crossing those off. So what you need to find out is, what is the size of a diameter 37 or a number 37 drill? And that's the number that you put on there for the diameter. Okay. We see that on this part. We see it on this part. I think we saw it one or two other places as well. Oh, down here, a number 25 drill. No. Okay. So as I've said a couple times now, we don't put manufacturing process or tooling notes on drawings. Okay. And that's part of this exercise. I want you to recognize those things and then take that extra step of finding out what it is. If you didn't know what a number 37 drill size was, what would you do? I know what I do. My first go-to is what? You can say it. It's the G word. It's not a naughty word.
Google.
Google it. Yes, absolutely. Go ahead and Google it. What I do want you to do when you Google, and this is important, Google it twice and make sure you get the same answer twice. Okay. The other thing is there's other resources like maybe your tech drafting textbook probably has a drill chart. I also provided you one in the module where we've got in the learning plan. I provided you with a steric drill chart. That's a good place to go. So then you don't have to do it multiple places. But if you do Google, which is okay, but just make sure you Google it twice to be sure you get the same value in both places. And if you don't, then Google a third and a fourth time, okay, to see what it should be. All right. Any questions about that? Okay. All right. Let me see what other details. Are there any other details? Are those all of them? I don't think I had separate copies for each and every one of the drawings. I wanted to point out the ones that I saw. I think that's pretty good. Oh, and also don't forget about tolerances. Some of you are just leaving the tolerances off here. You have to put those limit tolerances on. Otherwise you'll get points off or it's going to be marked up. Google never goes away, even when you're working. There isn't anyone else who does your role. You don't have, yep, you're going to be Googling at work too. Yes, it is. It is a valid source. And as time has gone by, it's gotten better and better. Okay. But again, you always want to verify in at least 2 places to be sure. But yeah, you'll be doing that. Absolutely. Okay. Now printing off. Okay. Printing off. I've got this open. When you get to the point of, actually, I'm going to open up a different drawing, 25015. Okay. All right. Here's one. Now, couple things here. Number one, when we are doing these drawings, because I've still been seeing screenshots on these. I've told you guys a number of times how to do this. So if you have been told, don't screenshot that, you need to be listening right now. So we are not going to be providing screenshots of these because of the fact that we have drawing borders on them and we have all of the dimensions on them. So what you're going to do instead, you're going to go up to File. You're going to go down to Save As. Don't click on Save As. Just hover over the top. And then we're going to go down to Export and click on Export. And then you're going to make sure that PDF is checked, which it should be. And then you're simply going to click on Export. Okay. What's going to happen when you export it? It's going to save it as your drawing. Now, this is where I'm confused because for some people, if you're not doing this correctly, you have to save your files as the part number here. Okay. And notice that when it comes up as a PDF, it's the part number 25015. I'm getting like different things in here. I don't know why. Stop it. So when you're uploading those files, they should be the part number if you're doing this correctly. So then I'm going to say, okay, I know it already exists. And then now it's going to give you a preview and notice how nice it is. But I forgot to do something. What did I forget to do on here? It's not really pretty. I did this on purpose. What's on here that shouldn't be on here? What? Did you say the hidden lines? Nope, the hidden lines should be there. Yes. Huh? Yes, all the planes are on here. You have to turn those off. Those are ugly. Yuck. So then we're going to go back. We're going to say, okay, I'm going to close that. And I'm going to go over here. And it's really easy. You go up here on your toolbar. You go to your datum display. You unselect all of them. That's it. It's the very top one. And then these guidelines will go away automatically. Don't worry about that. So now we're going to go back to File, Save As, Export, PDF, export again. And now, yep, we're gonna save it. Yes. And then now we're gonna look at, oh, so pretty and nice and good. So much better than a screenshot. If you do a screenshot, it's really grainy. I noticed there's some chats here. Planes. Yes, thank you, Steve. Yep, you saw it. The planes were on unintentionally. Excellent, excellent. Okay, so I'm going to close that. So that's how you have to do any of these that you put a border on. That's how you're creating the PDF. You are not doing screenshots of those. Okay. I know it gets a little confusing, but try to look in the assignment. I try to make sure that you know which one is which, but for these on the borders with the dimensions, PDFs, okay, out of the Save As command. All right. Now, before we move over to one of our other assignments, does anybody have any other questions? Okay. All right. Yeah. So finish. So keep going on those. I know there's a lot there. There's a lot to do. And so continue to work on those. All right. All right. The next one that I wanted to look at was to look back at the, and I just have to figure out what assignment it is. So those are assignments. Let me go to our module. These were assignments 9, 10, and 11. Okay, the details. Okay, so what I'm going to do, actually, I think this is good. I'm going to do I'm going to stop recording at this point, and I'll come back with another overview of our next assignment. So I'm going to stop recording, and I'll put this video in with this module.